real quick, because we're running behind, but I want to explain to you the Overton window theory, okay? The president announced his health care proposal today. I mean, well, he didn't announce it as much as he just kind of slid it across the table in the dark at night. He posted it on the White House website. We're still trying to figure out all the details on this, but this looks like there's going to be higher premiums for those of us who will actually pay for it, higher penalties and bigger taxes. I told you a minute ago the president is now doubling down on this. The poll numbers say the American people don't want it, and yet he's going strong in the other direction. Why would you do this? Progressives have been using what's called the Overton window on this health care plan all along. What is the Overton window? It's a political theory that, well, let me explain it this way. You say, I don't want any changes in the system, right? Well, what else is in this window? Well, maybe we can buy some insurance across state lines and fix Medicare and Medicaid fraud. Okay, that's what's in the window. Everything else sounds crazy. If I said to you, total government control of health care, that's crazy. But if I move the Overton window here to total government control of health care, well, it still sounds crazy. But what happens if your goal is here? Extension of Medicaid, more regulation on insurance companies, the public option. How about if I take you from here and move you here? Then you're out of control. Are you kidding me? Single payer and you're covering abortions? That's an outrage. Well, let me be more moderate. How about if I move it here? I'm just going to extend Medicaid and there's going to be more regulation. Okay, but you're not going to do this? No, no, no. You see? As long as they move the options, what they really wanted in the first place, what they really thought they could get to, they'd never get. They left it there. They'd never get to here. You could get to tort reform, but never here. So here's what they've done. First, they peddled the radical plan of the public option, government takeover, and abortion coverage. Oh, but those ideas are so out of step. They're not really in the president's plan now. No, no, no. The president is much more reasonable. Though that was Nancy Pelosi. This is a compromise. Huge taxes and price controls are included, but no public option, no abortion. No, no, no. He signaled to the world how open-minded he is. You see? Sure, at first they were pushing for a much more radical agenda, but now I'm so moderate, I'm over here. When Americans really were over here. In comparison, you look at this and you say, no, this is crazy. This is now Crazy Glenn saying this. Is it? Is it? Is it? Let's look at Tom Harkin, what he told us in December.
As I've said before, this bill is not complete. I've used the analogy of a starter home, in which we can add additions and enhancements as we go into the future.
So in other words, it's just a starter home. We're moving into this neighborhood. But then we renovate it a bit, and we move into this neighborhood, where we've wanted to be all along. Harry Reid and Barack Obama. They have also served notice now on congressional Republicans that they are prepared to pass this plan using the nuclear option, requiring just 51 votes for the Senate to pass it. Good. Do it. Go ahead. You could have done it last summer. Why didn't you? You could have done it last fall. Heck, you could have done it. You could have done it just a few weeks ago. Why didn't you do it then? It's not that you know the vast majority of Americans are against this. And when it actually starts to move this way, they'll blame you for it, right? The best healthcare system in the world, and you're gonna change it. Right. And so when things go bad, you maybe need somebody like a Republican to join you so they can say, well, it was the Republicans. And they did this. They made us compromise. Yeah, see, this same tactic is used by every bad guy in history. You know the TV show 24? You know how there's always an employee at CTU, the counterterrorism unit? You know, they're being a mole. Do you have the Jack Bauer stuff? I love this. Okay, so here's Jack Bauer, okay? There's always a mole with Jack Bauer at CTU. Somebody's being manipulated by somebody on the outside. This year, it's this one, Dana Walsh. This season, she works at CTU. And this is her fiancé. She loves him. Oh, I just love you so much, I don't deserve you. Of course you do. I'm strong and I'm a man. But now, This guy, her old boyfriend, she's long said bye-bye to him. Okay, but he's threatening. He used to beat her up, so she's a little scared of him, and she's about to make a mistake, and everybody at home's like, oh, no, don't. Be strong, be strong. But he says, I'll leave you alone if you just help us with one job. So what does she do? While everybody is screaming at home, don't do it, she's like, okay, you promise it'll just be this one time? And she helps the dirt bag and one of his sleazy friends commit crimes, thinking that if she helps him just this one time, life will be sunshine and lollipops and everything will be fantastic. But lo and behold, the bad guy lies. And she gets deeper and deeper into trouble until there's no way out. Now, if she would have gone to her fiancé in the first place and explained her past, you know, maybe he was like, okay, so you were in jail before and so you had a dirt bag, you know, you're different now. Great. But now it's a little too late. They might have had a chance, you know, a chance to get married and be happy and everything else. But now they can't. Now they can't because now she's with this guy. If you just tell the American people will side with you. Republicans, make sure people know. I mean, this is like what happened when the dirtbag was blackmailing David Letterman. He went on the air with it. He said, look, somebody's threatening me to say I had sex with women on my staff. Guess what? I have. Case closed. Nobody talks about it now. Well, he has, but nobody else is really talking about it. Republicans call their bluff. Admit that you had some problems with spending. Yeah. They're going to call you the party of no, but here's the thing. The question is, should we spend $1 trillion to overhaul the best health care system in the world and end up in time with this? We're willing to tweak it. We're willing to fix some of the problems, but we're not going to be willing to go along with a fundamental transformation of America. Barack Obama hasn't invited the GOP to a health care summit meeting on Thursday because he's so open-minded and so bipartisan. He's not. The GOP has serious ideological disagreements with the plan. He's already told them he won't accept anything that they have in mind. Well, okay, then why would we go? He's made it clear. The only thing he'll accept is for the Republicans helped him build on his flawed, cracked foundation. So why is it important to have the GOP on board? Because, just like Jack Bauer always screams, cover me, he wants cover. The Democrats can pass whatever they want. Right now, they can do it. Do the math. They don't need the Republicans. All they need is an accomplice to blame it on later. Weekend I was in Washington where CPAC drastically lowered their standards and invited me to give the keynote address. In case you happen to find something else better to do with your Saturday night than watching an even sweatier than normal version of me, here's what you missed. It is such an honor to be here. I have a hope for America. Let me tell you now, it is still morning in America. It just happens to be kind of a head-pounding, hungover, vomiting for 4 hours kind of morning in America. What is it that has taken us onto this path? What are we suffering from? Could I just ask, or bring a friend up? It's sick when a chalkboard gets a standing ovation. You have no idea what it's like to travel with one of these things, really. This is the disease. This is the disease in America. It is progressivism, and it is in both parties. I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I screwed up my life 6 ways to Sunday, and I believe in redemption. But the first step to getting redemption is you've got to admit you've got a problem. I have not heard people in the Republican Party yet admit that they have a problem. And when they do say they have a problem, I don't know if I believe them. Hello, my name is the Republican Party, and I got a problem. I'm addicted to spending and big government. They need that moment. I don't know if you saw Tiger Woods the other day, but some people don't believe Tiger Woods, that he was repentant. Some people are saying, Well, he's only sorry because he got caught. Well, yeah. I mean, you know, if drinking wasn't causing me a problem in my life, I'd be drunk right now. Tiger Woods said this: I knew my actions were wrong. Wouldn't it be great to hear this from a politician? If I heard a party that said those words and I felt they meant it, I would campaign for them. I would put a lawn sign in my yard. I would be happy to vote for them. But as of yet, I haven't heard anyone say that. All they're talking about is, we need a big tent. We need a big tent. Can we get a bigger tent? How can we get a big tent? What is this, a circus?